The position of president is one of the most important in any country. You have to make a lot of decisions, get blamed for the results of those decisions, and if you're lucky, you get to run for another term. Some heads of state are extremely well compensated for their time and power. After all, you can't make big decisions without spending big bucks. Not every entry on this list is technically a president, but they're heads of state and are extremely wealthy. So why not include them? So here's a list of the world's wealthiest presidents. Before we begin, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel to be updated on today's most trending lavish stories. Only here on Modern Luxury, the high-end stories of today. Number 10. Mohammed VI, King of Morocco, $2.1 billion. First of all, we have the King of Morocco. And when you talk about the king, you usually know that billions of dollars are at stake. He is a member of the Mohammed VI Alawi dynasty. He took the throne in 1999 after the death of his father Hassan II, giving him full access to the immense wealth dominated by the Moroccan royal family. Mohammed VI is Morocco's leading businessman and banker. In 2015, Forbes estimated his net worth at $5.7 billion, but some opposed the recent estimate of $2.1 billion. The Moroccan royal family controls one of the world's largest fortunes. Together, they hold a majority stake in Société Nationale d'Investissement, a holding company involved in almost every major sector of the Moroccan economy, including telecommunications, banking, mining, and energy. As for Mohammed, he is Morocco's leading agricultural producer and landowner, and agriculture is conveniently tax-exempt. As for his private life, Mohammed VI is married to Sama Badani, and they have 2 children together. His birthday is a Moroccan holiday, and Forbes estimates that his palace's daily operating budget is $960,000 a day. Number 9. Donald Trump, $2.5 billion. Former president, real estate developer, writer, TV personality, and professional wrestler, we all know who Donald Trump is. And that was before he became president. Prior to joining the White House, Trump was best known for running the Trump Organization, a conglomerate of real estate and licensing that owns commercial and residential real estate around the world. He was also known for appearing unexpectedly on your television. Trump has built his incredible fortune in various ways. He licensed his name to many products around the world and earned 50% of all profits from the television show The Apprentice to a huge presidential salary of $400,000 a year. To give a few examples, he earns $211,000 in his annual pension as an MP. This guy makes money any way he can. Trump's wealth has long been a subject of heated debate. Some say it's $250 million, but Trump himself says it's up to $7 billion. And of course, sudden fluctuations are likely to occur, and according to Forbes, Donald Trump's net worth peaked at $4.5 billion in 2017 and fell to $3 billion in 2019. They reported that some controversy has reduced the value of Donald Trump's brand and real estate holdings since Donald Trump took office. Forbes currently estimates his net worth at $2.5 billion. Number 8. Sebastián Piñera, $2.8 billion. Next is the current president of Chile. He has been in his office since 2018 and previously served as president from 2010 to 2014. He studied industrial engineering, earned his PhD from Harvard University, and later became a millionaire businessman. Sure, he's not the first kind to be on this list. Sebastián is the founder of the credit card company Bancard. He also built a fortune of $2.8 billion by owning many other companies, such as 90% of Chile Vision, a national television station. He also owns 27% of LAN Airlines and 13% of football clubs, as well as many other small stock options in various companies. In the end, he had to sell his real estate to avoid conflicts of interest. In 2010, he sold Chile Vision to Time Warner for $160 million, and investment continued in LAN. In short, Sebastián is a typical billionaire businessman. As president, his role has not slowed down, and why would he? When you're president, people tend to do business with you. Number 7. Hans Adam II, $6.2 billion. Next on the list, we have the modern reigning Prince of Liechtenstein. He officially succeeded as Prince of Liechtenstein upon the demise of his father in 1989. In fact, it's one of the smallest nations in Europe, occupying the simplest 62 rectangular miles with a populace of approximately 38,000 people. It has a pretty good GDP of over 6 billion and a wealthy royal circle of relatives. Hans Adam II owns the banking organization Liechtenstein Global Trust, the biggest owned circle of relatives owned, non-public banking and asset control organization inside the world. The fortune of Liechtenstein royal-owned circle of relatives has been anticipated as excessive as 7.6 billion, and Hans Adam II's non-public fortune was estimated to be approximately 4 billion. Hans is considered to be one of the richest European monarchs and heads of state. He owns an in-depth artwork collection, many of which are displayed for the general public, and as preferred by any genuine monarch, he lives in a large fort as of 2022. His net worth was estimated to be around $6.2 billion, making him the 453rd richest man or woman on Earth. With a net worth that rivals the GDP of the United States of America, he is prospering. Number 6. Silvio Berlusconi, $6.8 billion. Silvio Berlusconi is the former Prime Minister of Italy. He is an entrepreneur, media tycoon, and former owner of the Italian football club AC Milan. Silvio was one of the longest-serving Italian prime ministers after the war. He is known for having several legal issues and being the oldest playboy in Italy. Silvio once publicly stated that his love for work, women, and play never changed. Born on September 29, 1936, Berlusconi studied law and worked as a singer on cruise ships and nightclubs when he was young. In the 1970s, he switched to the world of media. After making a fortune as a media tycoon, he eventually turned to politics. Silvio officially ran for prime minister in 1993 under his newly formed political party, Forza Italia. From 1994 to 2011, he served as Prime Minister of Italy 4 times and held the position for a total of 9 years. Silvio Berlusconi has amassed a large fortune thanks to the vast media empire he built before he became Prime Minister. He first entered the media world by establishing a small cable television company called Telemilano. And in 1978, Berlusconi founded his first media group, Fininvest. His adventures in the media world helped him earn $113 billion. Number 5. Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, $14 billion. Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum is the Vice President, Prime Minister of the United Arab Emirates, its Ministry of Defense, as well as the ruler of the Emirate of Dubai. With a resume like that, it's a big surprise he's a billionaire. Al Maktoum generates most of his income from real estate, and has been one of the most prominent real estate developers in the world, which might have a thing or two to do with him managing lands owned by him and state assets, turning Dubai into the global city it is today. Al Maktoum has overseen the development of certain projects in Dubai that have gone on to grab the world's attention, like the Palm Islands, the Burj Al Arab Hotel, and the Burj Khalifa, the tallest building in the world. Al Maktoum is both the absolute ruler of Dubai and the Prime Minister of UAE, a position that has allowed him to amass his massive wealth. There is more than just a vague line between the fate of the Dubai government and the fate of the dominant Al Maktoum family. Under his control, Al Maktoum has overseen the establishment and growth of many businesses and assets in Dubai. Many of his properties include a huge yacht of 531 feet and several properties around the world. Number 4. Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan, $15 billion. Not just the Emir of Abu Dhabi and the President of the United Arab Emirates, he is also the Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Defense Forces and Chairman of the Abu Dhabi Investment Authority. In short, he's a pretty strong guy, and that usually comes with a fairly fat wallet. Under his supervision, the Abu Dhabi Investment Authority manages $875 billion in assets. This is, frankly, a phenomenal amount, and in fact, the largest amount managed by the head of state of any country. Considered one of the wealthiest monarchs in the world, he manages 97.8 billion barrels of oil reserves and has a family wealth of $150 billion. A big surprise, Forbes nominates him to the list of the most powerful people in the world. Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan succeeded his father, who died in 2004. He has served as Prime Minister of Abu Dhabi, Minister of Defense, and Minister of Finance. After suffering some health problems, he was unobtrusive in national affairs and left his day-to-day work to his half-brother, Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan. He still owns millions of dollars in real estate in Seychelles and the United Kingdom. If you get all that money, what else are you gonna do? Buy real estate all around the world, of course. Number 3. Hassan al-Bolkiah, $20 billion. Then there's the Brunei billionaire Sultan. He was born on July 15, 1946 to the former Sultan Omar Ali Saifuddin III. Hassan al had 9 siblings who were elected to succeed his father at an early age. And in 1967, he took the throne of the Sultan. Brunei's Sultan Hassan al-Bolkiah is one of the wealthiest sultans in the world. In fact, he was considered the wealthiest man in the world. For some time until the 1980s, oil reserves and natural gas were the largest sources of income. And since Brunei is the 5th largest oil producer in Southeast Asia, the Sultan has been very rich for a very long time. Hassan al-Bolkiah has collected the world's largest collection of automobiles. He owns about 7,000 cars, which total over $5 billion combined. The Sultan's car collection includes 500 Rolls-Royces and 300 Ferraris, and his collection includes a gold-plated Rolls-Royce. We talk about luxury, but it gets even crazier. The Sultan also has some very luxurious private jets, such as the Boeing 767-200, Airbus A340-200, and a Boeing 747-400. These are also gold-plated. The man seems to spend about $20,000 on a single haircut, so it's not really straight from out of left field. Number 2. Vajiralongkorn, $40 billion. Our runner-up is none other than the King of Thailand. Vajiralongkorn was announced to wear his crown as a Thai prince at the age of 20, and he eventually succeeded his father as king in 2016. He is currently the wealthiest monarch in the world. After Vajiralongkorn's coronation, it was decided that the entire portfolio of the Royal Property Administration would be in his hands. That means $40 billion is currently under his control. At the time, some made the king's personal property $43 billion. Most of the king's net worth comes from some big assets. 23 shares of Siam Commercial Bank, one of Thailand's largest commercial banks, are worth $1.7 billion. 33% interest in Siam Cement Group, 16,000 acres of prime ties, and more than 40,000 leases. Thailand operates a system of government known as a constitutional monarchy, with king as the head of state. In short, he can get a lot of luxury. He owns the largest hand-faceted diamonds, 545-carat brown diamonds, and 38 planes and helicopters. Before we reveal the number 1 richest president on our list, let's recap the ones that we have so far. Number 10, Mohammed VI, $2.1 billion. Number 9, Donald Trump, $2.5 billion. Number 8, Sebastian Piñera, $2.8 billion. Number 7, Hans Adam II, $6.2 billion. Number 6, Silvio Berlusconi, $6.8 billion. And number 5, Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, $14 billion. And at number 4, Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan, $15 billion. Number 3, Hassan al-Bolkiah, $20 million. And number 2, Vajiralongkorn, $40 billion. And the number 1 richest president in the entire world, Vladimir Putin, $200 billion. Number 1 on our list is one of the most talked about and highly disliked world leaders. He has also been in charge of Russia for some time. If the stamp is not stamped after 4 years, the brand awareness tends to increase. Putin has been president of Russia since 2012, but he actually started doing things in 1999 when he was prime minister of the country. Putin is without a doubt the most powerful man in Russia. That much isn't exactly a mystery. The real mystery is exactly how massive the net worth of such a powerful man is. So far, what we have to work with are estimates. When they asked the man himself, Putin declared that he has an income of $115,000 and his bank balance is $179,612. Although several people would disagree. Putin's opponents said he was the wealthiest man in Russia, secretly raising more than $40 billion during his tenure thanks to some secret interests in Russia's largest oil and gas companies. The crazy estimate of Putin's property comes from former Hermitage Capital Management CEO Bill Browder, who swore to the US Senate that Vladimir Putin's net worth was a whopping $200 billion, more valuable than the GDP of some small countries. Which one of these world leaders do you think is secretly the richest one? Which of these presidents are you impressed with the most? Let us know in the comments section. If you liked and enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. For more insightful videos, get notified by clicking the bell button below. From the high-end stories of today, this is Modern Luxury. As always, we look forward to seeing you again in one of our videos. Thanks for watching.